Yeah, today I will show you how to tune your Kastking Valiant Eagle BFS reel with magnetic shielding. Yeah, as you all know, this little bastard is overbreaking like crazy because it has a very powerful braking system. It doesn't let you to fine-tune your settings and cast more accurately. In fact, on my impression video, I was casting 3 grams without any brake. So ultralight lures is very hard to cast properly. It will just overbrake and cast towards left. How can we fix this issue? There's a chance that you can reduce the magnetic power of this reel, but how? You see, in physics, we have a system called magnetic shielding. It's actually to use for safety precautions in MRI and other magnetic power-based equipments to cover the area with magnetic coating. But this system can be also used in BFS reels, especially in the magnetic braking system. So how can we do that? Let me open up this reel. So you see there are, I think, 4 magnets on top and below with 2 little springs attaching each other. In order to reduce the magnetic power, we have to apply a coating over these magnets to shield the magnetic force around the spool. But what should we use? Most people think a non-ferromagnetic material like copper can reduce this magnetic power, which actually I thought at first glance this was the case, but it's actually a mistake. In fact, you should use a ferromagnetic material like steel for magnetic shielding, because it will actually sit on top of the magnets and reduce your magnetic power. But how? You see, most people confuse this with magnets, which we apply on a whale spool. On a whale spool, you put more magnets to actually increase the power of the magnetic power. But this is not a magnet. This is just a ferromagnetic material. This is steel with nickel on top of it. This is a ferromagnetic material which you can put on your magnets, and the magnetic power, it will cancel each other. This is how we reduce our magnetic braking system. So I will show you how to apply this step by step. So before doing the modification, I'll just show you that this is just empty without any touch. Here you see normal stock settings with 0 brakes, of course. Just check the line roller how many counts back and forth. It barely 3, I think. Yeah, 2.5 to 3. Now 3.2, I will say. We can say about 3 times of line roller movement. So let's check the free spool. Sorry. So there's definitely some overbraking, and the spool side to side play is minimum here. Okay, now we will compare this after modification. So for modification, what we will do is actually I prepared some tiny nickel coated steel tapes. These we will enroll over our magnets. Let's open up. So as you have seen, there are tiny magnets over here which are enclosed with a plastic cover, and this actually makes us the braking power. There's two springs here each side, so we can just put the cover around here and here. So what I did is I prepared 4 nickel covered steel tapes just to cover around each side of the magnets, one here and one here. So we'll start by covering each side one time, and then we will try maybe putting another one. So let's start with this one. See how it attracts the magnets. Okay, let's put the key point is not covering the springs here. The magnets start from here. If you cover all the springs, then it will limit the movement of the braking system. So we just apply the coils over this area. So the moment of truth. Let's see if it actually works. Just observe how many times the line roller goes back and forth. This is actually very hard to do under the camera, so bear it with me. Yeah, it's almost 5 times. Great, 5 times. It was 3 times before, so definitely an improvement. Now let's see how it can turn freely. Wow, there is definitely improvement. Wow, it turns amazing. I think this is going to work. It will, believe me. It turns much freely. I can do this all day. Yeah. Tomorrow in the water we will try this and see if it actually works, and I am quite optimistic, guys, so stay tuned till the end of the video. Now we go to the fishing. Yeah. So we came to the same spot as I did my last video of aging, the one before. I'll start with casting 2.5 gram gekkabijin jig with a Berkley isome, yellow color, and the brake setting is 6. It casts straight, so it's a good sign. So let's see how far we can cast this without overruns. Let's go further down. Settings 4. A little bit overrun, I felt. So I think the modification I did, it works. Because at this weight, I would be able to use with 0 brakes. So let's go further down to 3. Let's see if a backlash occurs. You see? Indeed, it overran. So actually now you can cast with some modifications. That means the brake power is reduced. But I have to fix this. It's a good sign though. So we can actually cast lighter lures with some brake power. So I think the limit for this 3 gram, we can say, with the lure is about 4 settings. So I will cast with 4 now. Okay, so we go back to 4. Yeah, even though you see there is some overrun, I timed my thumb at the right time, so you got to be careful. But it's the limit for 3 grams, and if you go further down you have to adjust your brake settings. As last time we did, we'll try with this ultra light jigheads. This one I think should be this one. Yes. See, this is 0.8 grams. With the lure it will be about 1 gram. So this is the almost trout magnet territory. So we will couple this with the isome again. So this is about 1 gram. So we'll see if the casting can cast 1 gram with the modification. Okay. So this is 0.8 grams. With the lure it's 1 gram. And we'll try to cast this. The braid I use is Sunline 0.6, slightly thicker than the last time I used, but I just wanted to try this one because it suits perfectly with the color of the reel. We should start with 6 brake settings. Let's see if it is going to cast. Again, yeah, a bit overrun, and because I couldn't time my, and it cast towards left side. So you should try a bit gently this time. Okay, I adjusted the spool tension up a little bit, but still its side to side play is decent, and the drop rate is like this. Let's see if it causes overrun when it touches the water. Okay, it looks good. So let's see. I'll cast gently. Oh, this is too bad. Too bad.
2,000 years later.
Okay, back to business. That was a nasty backlash. So let's go up to 10 for some brake power. It's a bit overpowered, so go to 8. Definitely not like an Aldebaran or Daiwa. Oh, there's still overrun. I think part of the problem is the brake as well. It's too much memory. Shit. It's digging underneath. See how much memory it does. I actually didn't like this braid. I think I'll go back to where it was. Go back to 7. Yani it casts further, but because of the braid it's not possible to fish like this. So let's go a bit higher, 2-gram lures, and see if we can cast this. Maybe with mono or thinner braid like 0.3 with some softer braids we can cast this, but still it's quite cumbersome. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's try 2 grams. Find something in 2 grams range. I think this is 2 gram, this is 3 gram. Yeah, this here is 2 gram. You see, 2 gram. Let's try with this one. Yeah, much better. Okay, 2 gram with the lure. It's about 2.5 gram or something totally. So let's start with 6 brake settings and see. Yeah, slight overrun. So is it better compared to the stock spool? I think slightly better. It is fishable, yeah, but let's go to 7. Now it's perfect. At least you know you can operate with the brake settings now. Before, yeah, I was barely using the brake settings because it was too much overpowered with braking system. I was casting almost 0 brakes. So let's try to go below 6 and 5 if we get a backlash. I think it's fine. It is fine. You just need to time your tumbling when the lure touches the water. Go to 4. yeah, it's good, but you see an overrun occurs. So I think 5 is the sweet spot for 2.5 gram. As you remember, casting 3 gram, it was 4 was the sweet spot, and when you go down 3, casting 3 grams, it was a bit cumbersome. It was you would have some overruns. So let's try again. Go to 5. Yeah, 5 is the perfect setting for 2.5 grams. So at least we gain much distance. It's now casting with more accuracy. You have more break settings to play with, and anything above 3 grams you will gain some distance, and 5-7 grams you will definitely gain some distance, because you will not previously you were not using any break settings at all. Now you have some more operability, and this will help you a lot. But anything below 2 grams, I think it's not that operable. It's fishable, maybe in creeks you can do it, but it will be cumbersome. It will be not accurate. It will be casting over left side, and since it's still breaking a lot, you will not be able to fish in a peaceful way. You will get some overruns and such. I think it's not suiting anything below 2 grams. But previously I was struggling anything below 3 grams. Yeah, no, I tried below 3 grams. It had so much overruns, casting over left side. You don't have much play room with the break settings. Now I can play with the break settings, and I can adjust my way of fishing, and it also give me some room to cast further, and it's more accurate. You can see I cast just straight. This is 2.5 grams. It's a good weight for bait finance fishing. So playing with the magnet shields, putting some ferromagnetic material on the magnets, does it work? It definitely works. It helps you casting more distance. It helps you to play with more break settings, and also it gives you much operability in range of 2 to 3 grams. But anything below 2 grams, it doesn't worth it. If you are aiming to fish like trout magnet, you still need a higher profile reel. Definitely daiwa and Shimano is the way to go. So I'll just do some fishing. If I can catch something, I'll share in the next video.